Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Legacy. It's Vicarious Viking here. This is going to be on my second post-commentary, as when I did this recording, my microphone did not work. I didn't capture the audio properly, but I did figure out the problem and I did fix it. My last video was a post-commentary too. This is the last one though. Once I get this one out of the way, it'll be back to regular live commentary while I'm playing the game. My character is a knave, and it looks like I'm just running through the castle. My plan for this run was to get to the Maya and fight the Maya boss, same as my plan for my last run. However, whether or not I pull that off remains to be seen. That doesn't actually happen. I'll spoil it for you, I guess. Why not? Yeah, nothing really happens. I collect some gold, and then I die, and that's pretty much it. But it's some pretty decent gameplay, I do suppose. So I have no idea really what to talk about for these 14 minutes or 15 or 18 minutes or whatever it is. So I'm just gonna ramble on about, geez, I don't know, whatever. The last one I just kind of went on about me and my life a little bit, I guess, and what's going on. And I think I covered everything that was really relatively interesting though about me at that moment. There's not really been any new developments. My sleep's still a little bit messed up. It almost got fixed, but I went to bed last night at 11, which is good, and then I slept for 15 hours, which is almost unprecedented. It looks like I paused my game here. Only for a brief moment, though, so I'm not going to bother cutting that. Yeah, 15 hours of sleep. That is the most I slept in a very long time. The night before, I did sleep for only about 6, but, or 5 or something, but that should have been enough. I don't see the need to have slept for 15 hours last night, but that's what ended up happening. I got up at like 6 in the morning. I went to bed at 2, or sorry, what am I talking about? I went to bed at like 11. I got up at like 6 in the morning, and that's reasonable. But I was up for about half an hour, and I decided to lay back down, and then I got up at like 2:30. So that kind of sucks. Not a fan of that. The night before, when I did get my 5 hours sleep, I did drink with my brother, which was completely not the plan, but I ended up popping by his place after work, and we got talking and stuff, and him and his girlfriend had just broken up, and they were together for like 2 years. She goes out west to, just because, we live on the East Coast, and there's not a lot of work here. It's kind of a crappy place for employment, really, and she's been out of work for a bit, so they had this plan to move out west, but the plan was she'll go first, find a job, whatever, and he'll come a little bit later after he saves up some money and that kind of thing. And she's only been out there for 4 or 5 days, and then I don't know, they had a talk on the phone, and she just said she wasn't really feeling it, wasn't really missing him like she probably should be, so they decided to call it quits for now. So he wasn't in the best of shape, having a bit of a rough go, so I decided to just kind of hang out with. I didn't know any of this till I showed up either. He showed up and then he told me, and I was completely surprised, very much out of the blue. And after a few hours of hanging out, I was like, hey, let's have a couple of drinks, play some video games, chat it up, that kind of thing. And that is exactly what I did. We drank some Colt 45s, completely warm, which I guess he likes them that way. I mean, Colt 45s are already about as low as you can go in terms of quality for your alcohol. And he likes them warm on top of that, which I've never had them warm. I didn't know he drank them like this now, and it's I don't know, not that much better, not that much worse. It made a little difference. I mean, Colts are already super not that good tasting, so yeah. But I don't think it made it more tolerable. He seems to think so. But yeah, that was fun. We ended up getting pretty drunk. I was only gonna split one with them, and then we split both of them. So yeah, and I'm already kind of a cheap drunk, so. By the end of it, we were playing some Mount Your Friends on Xbox, and I did beat him once, and he got me the other 2, but I mean, we were both pretty sloppy at this point, so. But it's a really fun game, actually, if you've never seen it, or never played it, sorry, Mount Your Friends. It's like $1 on Xbox Indie Marketplace, and it's a really great game. I'd explain it to you, but your best bet is to just YouTube it, check it out. It's crazy, though. It's a weird game, it's got a weird premise. There's like dudes in Speedos crawling all over each other. So if that doesn't pique your interest, I really don't know what will. So it looks like my guy, I was in the Maya for a bit, and it looks like I went back to the castle, probably to get some health, which I'll do that. I'll go kind of back and forth between the 2 different places. I'm sure I'm going to read this journal entry, so I'm going to read it with my mouth right now. I've been methodically clearing the demons in these rooms in my quest to slay the next guardian, but I am losing track of time, and other things. As I entered the tower, I felt time to stand still, or perhaps this is the vertigo talking. I was never keen on heights. Or was I? I'm finding it increasingly difficult to remember my past. Huh. Cool. Cool. So other than that, that was that evening. That was interesting. One thing I mentioned is Vicarious Viking. I sort of changed my moniker on YouTube, but I sort of announced that this is going to be my new sort of nickname a couple of days ago, and I did it in a video, and it was I recorded the video before I actually went ahead and tried to make the change in YouTube, because I thought that you could change more than just your name, but you could change the actual URL and everything. But it turns out that you can't. Like, my name on my YouTube front page says Vicarious Viking, but then the URL to the actual page is still like www.youtube.com/this name is taken, and I can't seem to change that. And that's a bit of a downer, but it's not really too big of a deal. Hopefully sometime in the future there is a way that I can change that, just because I would like it to just be Vicarious Viking, right? Looks like I cannot kill these enemies, but I did that for some HPs, I'm sure. So what else? I know exactly what I can go on about. My day at work today, it was actually pretty bad. It was only a 1-hour shift, but it was terrible because what happened was, on my way to work today, let's start with yesterday. I went out and set up a show, and it's about a 20-minute drive away. And yesterday probably would have been a fine day, except when I got out there, I realized that I forgot like half of my gear. I don't know how I managed to do that, but I did. So I had to go back in town and load all that back up and then get back out there and set it up, but not really too big of a deal. And then today I was supposed to go back out there and tear it down, and my boss said around 4:35 would be fine. So I left my house at 4:30 to go bike to work. It's about a 20-minute bike to work. Not 5 minutes into this bike ride, I get a flat tire. My back tire just like explodes like out of nowhere, and then it's super flat. So I'm like, this is great. Like, I can't bike to work like this. So I decided to walk it home, which was like another 10 minutes, right? And so now it's already close to 5. And then I'm like, I'm going to go catch a bus because I'm not cabbing, because it's kind of more expensive and I don't have a whole lot of money, right? And I'm like, I think I have all day to tear down at this place over, and it's like 20 minutes out of town. So I'm thinking, you know, this sucks, but whatever, this is all I have to do, and it really doesn't matter as long as I get it done today. And then my boss calls me at 5:30, and he's like, this guy's wondering, or he calls me at around 5, I guess, and he's wondering where I'm at, and he's like, the people from the inn called, and they need you to get this stuff out of there because they got something else going on around 6 o'clock. And now I'm like, okay, great. I explained everything that happened to my boss with my bike and getting the flat tire and having to walk home, and I'm here at the bus stop, and I'm like, well, the bus is still like another 10-15 minutes off, right? So I'm like, I might as well call a cab. It'll probably be here before the bus, and it'll get me there sooner. It's going to cost me like $10, so that is unfortunate, but I'm like, you know, if I have to get this stuff before 6, then I had better do that. So I called the cab, and then I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and the cab, it was like 10 minutes, it still didn't show up. I called back, and I'm like, what's going on here? And I kind of explained beforehand that the sooner that the cab can get there, the better, because I'm already running late at this point. You know, and the dispatcher tells me, you know, he'll be there in a couple more minutes. 5 minutes later, finally the cab shows up. My bus goes by at this point, but I decide to just wait for the cab because it will probably still be faster as long as it gets here soon. And I do think that it was, but anyway, he finally gets there, picks me up, takes me to work, and then I just, you know, run right downstairs, grab the van, I head out there. By the time I get there, it's 5:40, so I really only got 20 minutes to finish packing up. Luckily, there's not a lot to pack up. It actually ended up being more work for me. I could have got it done in 10 and 15, but it took me like pretty much exactly 20 because the guy wasn't sure if I was going to make it in time, so he like took all of my stuff and like set it like outside, like just right at the door, right in the little backyard of this little inn. It's like an inn/restaurant. It's actually a pretty nice place. So anyway, so he did that, but he got all my cords all tangled up and everything, and it was a big mess of wires and stuff, so I had to deal with that and untangle it all, and I got everything. It was like 6:02 and everything was done, but it really didn't matter because he had moved it all outside anyway at this point, right? But anyway, not a big deal. I got it all packed up and ready to go in the van, and then I couldn't open one of the back van doors, the one on the left. It was like completely stuck, and I fought with it for 10 minutes, and I wasn't like, you know, it worked yesterday, and nothing happened since. You know, I didn't bang it or slam it or anything, and I didn't. I just wasn't rough with it at all or anything, so I have no idea why it wasn't opening now. It was completely jammed. The latch on the top would not, it just wouldn't budge. So I called one of my bosses, and I explained that I couldn't get this open, and he told me, there's not a lot you can do. I mean, you can try, and if you kind of know how to fix it, then do it. But it's nothing that he knew exactly how to walk me through. So after 10 minutes of fighting with it, I couldn't open it, and I got all this heavy gear like to load up onto my van, like big like mixers and podiums and giant like cases on wheels and stuff. And I can't get my ramp out because I can't open the other door, right? So I have to physically like lift this stuff up onto the like van myself, like into the back of it. And holy crap, I was able to do it, but some of this stuff's really heavy, and I had to get it, and I had to like pull it up, and I had to get like the like wheels on top of the bumper, and then I had to get around on the other side and like lift it up and just kind of like really give her to get her in there. And it was a bit of a struggle. It made it a lot more work than I wanted it to be, and that was no fun either. Getting it off is easy though without the RAM, because you just kind of carefully pull it off. But yeah, getting it on is, wow, not something I want to have to deal with, and I might have to because my boss is on vacation till the end of next week, and I have something to do next week on Wednesday. Hopefully it's not a big job, because I don't want to have to load all that gear into that van again and not be able to get that door open, because that was no fun at all. One tiny bit. But, these things happen, I do suppose. And there's not a whole lot you can do about them. Oh, yeah, also, on top of all that, my bike is fucked right up. I can't just patch the tire. I realize my back rim is actually quite bent as well. And so I'm going to need to bring it in, because I don't know how to bend the rim to get it back in shape. And that's my only transportation to work. So, unless, apart from walking or cabbing or busing, but I don't want to do any of those things. So then I have to take my bike into an actual shop, and I don't really have a way to get it there except, what I ended up doing was taking the work van, which I'm not supposed to do, but I do have it here now. So if by some astonishing coincidence one of my employers or bosses happens to be watching this and happens to recognize my voice, because I did not happen to say what company I work for, and they magically managed to piece it all together, just kidding, I didn't actually steal the work van, so you have nothing to worry about. That should be fine. I did just do one of those things in the game, one of the gambling things where that guy takes a quarter of your money, and then you have the potential to win back triple your money, and I did of course fail. And that's kind of sad. It looks like I'm running through the forest here, just kind of collecting my gold, I guess, doing my thing. I'm getting close to 5 grand, so that's not too bad, really. Oh, close one there with the wolf. Get him! Ah, nuts, I got hit. So yeah, there's that thing with work, and now I need to think something else to talk about, which is proving to be a little bit difficult. It's a lot easier when I'm playing the game, because if I don't happen to have a story to say or anything interesting at the moment, it's easy to just kind of talk about the game and my game plan and that kind of thing, and just commentary on my gameplay. But doing that when I'm not playing the game doesn't feel as natural. I mean, I could be like, oh, I'm gonna go kill this tall guard, and now he's dead, and I'm gonna go kill this skeleton, and now he's dead, and I'm gonna collect some gold, and I'm gonna ignore that guy probably. Oh, no, I didn't. I killed him. But it just feels a little unnecessary. A little less, I want to say genuine. Because when I am playing the game, I am thinking these things. I'm thinking, I'm gonna go kill these things. What I'm really thinking right now is, why am I looking at my map? What am I doing? Where am I going? I don't... It's been a few days. I recorded my first post commentary like 3 or 4 days ago. I have been pretty busy with work, actually, and then I spent the night at my brother's, the night that I drank with him. So yeah. So it's been, I don't remember, 2 or 3 days. That's it, but it feels like longer, because I'm usually doing gameplay stuff every day. I haven't even put a video up in a couple of days. And I was hoping to be consistently do one every day, but, I guess things happen, things come up. And I can't commit to that schedule as well as I would like. So, sorry about that if you're a regular viewer, but, everybody knows that I don't actually have regular viewers. I might have 1 or 2, or 3 or 4 that watch pretty much every one of my videos. They all get at least 5 views, and which isn't a lot at all. But if I promote them, they do get more. Like if I'll post on Reddit and some forums and that kind of stuff, and then they'll get more views, which I like. More comments too they get. But I'm not promoting my post-commentary ones, this one and the last one, just because I don't know. I don't think they're as good. I don't think this post-commentary is as great as my live commentary. If you made it this far, though, let me know what you think. Absolutely. What I could stand to improve on as far as my post-commentary or anything else in my videos whatsoever. Like, should I be focusing maybe more on the gameplay aspect, or at least trying to? Because I'm sure I could, and then it wouldn't be half bad. I think I'm just gonna whistle annoyingly for the next 4 minutes of this video. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry about that. By the way, that is very bad whistling. You're supposed to exhale when you whistle, I'm pretty sure, and I do this like inhale-y kind of thing. And that's about as good as I can really do it right there. Maybe if my throat's a little wetter and stuff, it'll be a little better. But I'm pretty sure that's very improper whistling, and I've tried to do it the other way, and I just can't. Man, it's no good. But you know, what do I need to whistle for? Really, it's not like I do it a lot. I killed myself an Earthsaur, I think is their name. And those guys are just called archers. You'd think they'd be called like skeleton archers or skeletal archers or something. And that was called a rag. A lot of things in this game actually have pretty interesting names, like a chaintor. Some of them are actually kind of weird and goofy. The blobs are called bloobs instead of blobs, which is kind of funny. I really like how they have a pyrite, which is those little... I'm pretty sure it's those little guys they're just little flaming ball head guys. That float around and try to attack you. And then there's like bigger ones, and there's pyrites, and then chirites are like the harder ones, and then infernites are the hardest. Which is neat, because pi for pyro, char for, well, when you char things. And then infernite, that sucked. That wolf got me good. Oh, wow, did you hear that? That was weird. Haha, yeah, good thing I destroyed that stupid vase. Making me get stuck and making weird noises. I'm not a fan of that. You know, I am about to be at, wow, yeah, I'm at 78 fucking $100. That is, this is definitely a reasonable amount of gold. So regardless, you know, definitely a good run. Most certainly, in spite of the fact that son of a bitch ripped me off, as he does, which is never cool. Let's see where this little knave guy's going. Let's just I'll just follow him on his journeys. I mean, they're my journeys, but journeys from the past that I don't remember. Oh, looks like I'm gonna go ahead and grab that new spell, which was definitely a good choice. Good for you, little knave guy. Sir, whatever your name is, I don't remember, and I'm not gonna go check, because I don't care that much. Where am I going? I don't know. I think it looks like I might be trying to get out of the forest. Jump in there! I did it. Good. Go me. Oh, this could be probably the end soon if I don't get out of here. Oh, that damn teleporter taking me to the land of darkness. It'll be the death of me. Wow. Oh yeah. This is looking rough for a poor little guy. I got 4 HPs left. Could be the end of me anytime here. I almost got that guy. Yeah, there's one down. There's it. Soon to be another. Get him. Oh, yeah, that one's a chain tax. What's this skeleton called then? Mr. Bones, I think, is the first one. And he's just a Mr. Bones. He doesn't get, like, a cool, updated name. Oh, wow. Scary room. Let's see if I can handle it. No, I got the hell out of there. Holy crap. Oh, my. This is actually pretty tense when I just watched the gameplay. Come on, get in there. Oh wow, how am I gonna deal with this situation? That wasn't half bad actually. Oh, and I got some meat, which also, bullets to the face. That'll get you every time, those Gearbox XLs. Guys, that's it for me and my post-commentary. Thanks a lot for watching if you made it this far. If you weren't as much of a fan of this as my other, just my regular live commentary, I do apologize, but this is the last one, and after this it will be back to our regularly scheduled programming. Be sure to like if you liked, and give me comments. Bye.